kids, welcome back to Bible Explorers, another week from home and from church. Just a little bit of reminders before we get into some worship. Just remember to wash your hands, cough into your arms, stay safe, stay clean, sanitize as much as you can. But why don't we all get up and join us for some worship today? All right, we're going to try to learn a new song all together. It's called I Will Not Be Afraid. It's kind of perfect for these times, you know, when we can't be together. But God is always in control and God is always there to protect us. So why don't we all join in with us. Let's learn this new song.
I will not be afraid, no troubles out there, night and day. No, I will not be filled with fear, since God is always, 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 yeah, I know He's always here.
Good job.
I will not be afraid, no troubles out there, night and day. No, I will not be filled with fear, since God is always, 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 yeah, I know He's always here. I don't need to worry, 'cause my God takes care of me. Gives me life, He gives me breath, yeah, everything I need. He's got all the power, and His power sees me through. No, He does exactly what He says He's gonna do. Yeah, He says He's gonna do. I will not be afraid. No troubles out there, night and day. No, I will not be filled with fear, since God is always, 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 yeah, I know He's always here. Be afraid, no troubles out there, night and day. I will not be filled with fear, since God is always, 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 yeah, I know He's always here.
Good job, everybody. One of our favorites, the powder shuffle. Ready?
Feel it in the air right now. It's all around us, see it everywhere. It's the power, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move, and it starts. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power, yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze, and everybody clap your hands. Now stop. Feel it in the air right now. It's all around us, see it everywhere. It's the power, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move, and it starts. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power, yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. The God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, take tiny little jumps forward to the front.
1, 2, 3, 4.
More jumps back, but you better look back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now freeze, and everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
Good job, everybody. We're going to sing Love tonight.
Love. Hey.
Find a way to lend some help. Love your neighbor as yourself. Spend your time on someone else.
Yeah, come on.
Find a way to lend some help. Love your neighbor as yourself. Spend your time on someone else. L-O-V-E. God's love is like no other. L-O-V-E. Share it with one another. Come on, everyone. Reach out and love someone. L-O-V-E. We're gonna love each other.
Yeah.
Find a way to show some grace. Help your neighbor run the race. Put yourself in second place. Find a way to show some grace. Help your neighbor run the race. Put yourself in second place. L-O-V-E. God's love is like no other. L-O-V-E. Share it with one another. Come on, everyone. Reach out and love someone. L-O-V-E. We're gonna love each other.
Yeah. God loved us from the very start, and I got the love in my beating heart. And spread that love all across the earth, and tell everybody what His love is worth. Come on, so let God hear the praise from us. Yeah, and love people like the Savior does. Hey. And you ain't never gonna be the same when you L-O-V-E in Jesus' name. Yeah.
God's love is like no other.
Hey, hey.
We're gonna love each other. Come on, everyone. Reach out and love someone. We're gonna love each other. God's love is like no other. We're gonna love each other. Reach out and love someone. We're gonna love each other.
And now, time for Bible study with Mr. Goss.
Good evening, and welcome to Bible Explorers. Now, we're in the third part of a four-part lesson on trouble, or what to do when trouble comes. And now last week we were talking about some of the hard things in life, getting punished and disciplined and having things cut out of our lives we didn't want. Oh, that was pretty hard, wasn't it? Well, this week I want to focus on some of the more positive things. Now, Jesus said here in Matthew, the very, very end of the book of Matthew, He tells us, "And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age." Now, the age hasn't ended yet. The disciples aren't here. So who must He be with? He's with us. He's with us all the time. If you're a Christian, there's not a minute of your life that He isn't with you. Now, sometimes it doesn't feel like it though, does it? There's a cartoon that I've seen, but it's an old cartoon. I'm going to show it to you on the screen here, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, "My child, I never left you." Now, they're looking back at footprints in the sand where they were walking together. And then the guy says, "But Lord, during the hardest trials of my life, why was there only one set of footprints? So he's looking and he's seeing, okay, you said you're together with me, but I only see my footprints. I only see one set of footprints. Why? Well, how does Jesus answer? Those places, the hardest trials, those places with one set of footprints, it was when I was carrying you. So Jesus was there all the time, and he's with us all the time. Now, so if he's with us all the time, and he's helping us to grow, how has he helped us to grow? Well, like I said last week, we talked about the not so good things, trials. But there's other ways he's helped us, like our Bibles. He's made sure that we have his word the way he wanted us to have it, so that we can learn. Now, if your Bible is always closed and you never open it and you never read it, is it helping you grow? No. It should be a habit in our lives to open this book and read it. Most people say every day. Others say, well, I do here and there, but what's best? I'd say every day, isn't it? How else does he help us, though? Well, there's another verse in James chapter 1, verse 5. And it says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him. So basically, God is saying he's willing to help us understand things. Now, if we read our Bibles, there are a lot of things God's already told us. We don't need to ask for wisdom to understand it. We know we shouldn't steal. We know we shouldn't lie. He's told us that. There's no question. We don't have to ask for wisdom to know if it's okay to do those things, because it's not. But there's a lot of decisions in life where it isn't a sin to do either choice. How do you decide which is the right one? Which is the wisest one? Well, ask God. How does he help you with that, though? Sometimes he'll make it so you can only make one choice. Sometimes he'll talk to you and tell you, hey, go with that one. Or, look at this. Check that out. And then you realize, oh, I definitely need to go with this one, not that one. So, he helps us by giving us wisdom. What's another way that Jesus can help us to grow? When you pray, a lot of times that's when he'll talk to us, but it also helps us. When you're praying, it puts it in your heart. So learning to pray regularly is also an important part of life. And it's how Jesus helps us. Now, of course, if you aren't saved, do you think Jesus wants you to be saved? And in Matthew, he said that he would leave the 99 who are saved to chase after the one lost sheep. Do you think the lost are important to him? Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. It's a short lesson this week. I'll see you next week. Lord willing, of course. Good night.
We hope you had a great time at Bible Explorers. See you all next week